Hello, and how are you today? From Conversations here to you is all joy, all peace, all progress, and everything. Now, today I want to ask, if you were given an opportunity to do something that you have done before, that's second chance, how will you handle it? Well, in life, all of us at one point or the other gets second chances. And the way we handle it, how we prepare for it is very pertinent. On this table today, we'll be discussing second chance, and of course, we have people who have spoken about it, and we also have a special guest who will be sharing a very interesting story for us. And I say, keep sitting where you are till we are done, because a whole lot of lessons will be learned. Because for every one of us, there is needs to pick up. How you fall does not matter, but it's how you get up and keep moving that matters. My name is Elizabeth, and Joy Girl is seated here with me. Hello, Joy. I did say that we're bringing joy. I forgot.
Good morning. It's good to be here
because
today.
you have a lot of joy story in
Yes,
you, so
yeah.
I kind of forgot that it's actually your name.
Yeah.
You know, I pitied you last week, but later on,
Yeah.
you were elated with the
Yes,
Egyptian
I was.
and Nigerian
Yes,
match.
I was. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a football buff.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? My Super Eagles, we didn't win the trophy, but for me, this is one of the best team we have assembled. And I want to tell my Super Eagles, congratulations to the whole team. I always used to get so worried about Wabali, but for me, he made my day. So congratulations, Super Eagles.
Thank you very much. And you know, one thing again I like is how Nigerians celebrate, you know, our people when we win, whether it's Super Eagles or the girls and all of that. I like how they are celebrated.
Yes.
And if director, if can you give us one of the clips of the celebration?
Babilo, tell Nigeria.
Nations Cup. I remember Nigeria winning. I no go forget the chairman Muchuku. I no go forget the
Call me dancing.
She is so good.
You know, there's nothing as good as victory. Our people say that victory is the child of all, and defeat is definitely an orphan. And we don't want to identify with that orphan.
we don't.
All right, so while speaking about defeats, we also delve into what we have already announced as second chance. I also told you that I have a special guest who will be sharing a bit of her story with us. But before then, let's see how it all started. I had a conversation with her just yesterday. Is it ready? Let's have this.
I'm divorced. I was divorced originally when I came to Nigeria, and it got to the stage where I think you have to kiss a couple of frogs before you find your prince. So it got to a stage where I had met a couple of people, and they were really nice. It's not like anything was wrong with them, but I just knew that they were not Mr. Right or my Prince Charming, as the case might be. So it got to the stage where I just stopped dating entirely. And during COVID, just before COVID, I stopped dating, and I didn't date anybody for 3.5 years. I'm very decisive in terms of what I want and what I don't want. So at a point, I think when you know, you just know. And so that was what happened. So at a point, I just stopped dating, and I decided, and I gave God a shopping list, as it were. And I told God, these are the qualities I want in a man. And I wrote that shopping list to God in 2019. And I said, I want a man with so qualities. I listed about 12 qualities. I said, I want him to be successful. I want him to be good looking. I want him to be fun to be with. I want him to be adventurous. I want him to be polished, because I needed a man who could, meet me and, understand who I am, my Western, my African side and all that. I want a man who is going to lift me up, who's not going to be intimidated by who I am as a woman, being a strong woman and everything else. And I made a shopping list to God. And every day I used to read it, and I used to say, God, please answer my prayer, because I just knew that I had not found what I was looking for. So all of a sudden, one day, this gentleman, and it's really quite amazing, because we actually met on LinkedIn. And people are like, what? On LinkedIn? All of a sudden, this gentleman sent me a message on LinkedIn. And my LinkedIn is not really a platform I use. I'm more like an Instagram and Facebook person. So LinkedIn, I'm probably on LinkedIn maybe once in 2 weeks or something like that, or once in a month even. So I get messages, and all the time I don't check them most of the time. But this particular time, I happened to check the messages. And I saw this gentleman sending me a message. Oh, God, I love your designs. It's so amazing. They're Afrocentric. They're really cool, this and that and the other. And so I just sent oh, thank you very much. And that was that. Then about 2 weeks later, he sent me another message and was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be rude. By the way, can you chat? Are you single? Are you available? And I was like, So, I checked his profile on LinkedIn. I'm like, okay, he sounds, very professional. He sounds reasonable. He's in real estate, blah, 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 blah. He would understand me because he lives in the States. Okay, we could be friends. And I'm thinking like friends, right? So he asked for my phone number, and I sent him my phone number. I didn't even think about it. I just sent it. And so, sometimes you need to go out of your comfort zone, because ordinarily I've been thinking like, what in the world do you want my phone number for? That kind of thing. So I sent the number, and 30 minutes later, and he sent me a message, can you call me on WhatsApp? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And this day, like I said, I had time on my hands. I'm usually not on LinkedIn. So a lot of times I don't even respond to the messages. And 30 minutes later, he called me on my WhatsApp, and we chatted for an hour and a half. And that was the start of it. Yes, we chatted for an hour and a half. And every day we used to chat. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm in Nigeria, you're in the States. How's that going to work? So we're chatting. I think within like 2 weeks, we kind of knew that we're going to start a relationship, because we're chatting every day for hours on end. He'd finished work, and with the time difference and everything, it's not that convenient. So I'd be up to like 2 o'clock in the morning talking on the phone. So he's like, oh, I'm working, but will you come and visit me? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm working, I'm busy. I was coming up with all sorts of excuses. And I was thinking to myself, oh, God, I got so much work to do. I can't leave work. Blah, 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 blah. And then one day I thought to myself, thank you. One day I thought to myself, okay, here I am coming up with all these excuses. am I that busy that, I mean, I can travel, I work for myself, so I can travel when I want to travel, right? Am I that busy that I can't take time off to get to know somebody that I really, really like? So, one day, this was after about 2 months. So one day we're chatting, and I was like, you know what? When are you free? I've spoken to my friend. She has a travel agency. This is the price of the ticket. Send her the money. I'll come and so day. And it was like, whoa, are you kidding me? Like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I'll come. And that was it.
High five. Okay, she's seated right here. Yeah, she's seated right here. So how does it feel being Amaria for the second time?
Oh my goodness. I feel like a teenager. Hey.
Oh my God.
I'm getting butterflies.
I'm covering my eyes for you.
Oh my God. I'm getting butterflies.
All right. Love stories are always very sweet, very exciting to listen to. And especially if you're coming in on, the second foot, it's very, just like football.
Yeah.
Your second leg is...
Oh, yeah.
It's critical.
Yes, very. Very.
All right. How has it been? I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's not more than a year or two.
No. That's just 3.5 years.
Okay, 3.5 years.
Yes.
Okay. So how has it been, journey so far?
It's been great. Obviously, traveling up and down and moving around has been tedious. It's stressful. But, when you're happy and you don't mind sacrificing for something, you'll do what it takes. Because, going to the States every 2-3 months is not exactly a joke. You know what I'm saying, in terms of traveling and moving around, just trying to organize my workload and so on and so forth. But it's been fantastic. It's my happy place. When somebody's your happy place.
It has to be.
Yes.
It has to be.
My happy place.
That's just the summary.
I'm there. I can just hide out. We can just be in our cocoon, and that's what makes it so amazing.
For a lot of women, having been single for so long, and suddenly there's a man again in your life, not just in your life, like life, but he's physically there in your domain. When you're used to being in charge, you now have to take share the space with someone.
Yes.
Was it very uncomfortable for you?
Actually, no, because when you meet somebody and you guys gel and you're in sync, then it's not a struggle. Everything kind of just morphs into each other. So I think that's what it was, because he's very accommodating. So, when I'm in his space, it's like I'm in my space.
Oh, okay.
So he's very accommodating.
All right. When we talk about second chances, I don't know. Joy, you also probably come in here. Let me give her a breather. And what are the things we should be, carrying as baggage to the second environment, so to speak? This is atmospheric environment, not just the physical one. It's a mindset. A lot of times, second chance for me, reminds me of the need to clean up, the need to forgive, the need to try to delete, like refragging my system and all of that.
You see, the thing with us is that we tend to take baggage from where we're coming from. It didn't work this time. I know it's not going to work again. And you see that if I knew what I knew, if I knew what I know now, I think I would have done things differently.
True.
And that's the truth. The biggest problem, I think, is when you're a strong personality,
It's a big
when
issue.
you're a strong woman and an independent woman, they call you a feminist. So you see, the thing here is, even before they come to you, they already have
Preconceived notions.
They already have notions.
Prejudice,
Oh my God, she's too
prejudice.
expensive. Oh, she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. And you see, and it's always not like that. The me that I know, I'm a baby.
Baby girl.
Yes, I'm a baby girl.
For life, right?
Yes, I'm a baby
Baby girl
girl,
for life.
and I'm a soft girl.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
oh yes, I'm a
Take it,
soft
take it,
girl.
take
Yes,
it.
yes, I'm a soft girl. The thing here is compromise. Compromise.
Very important.
And you see, when I've always said that I love a man that is going to take me up, raise me up. You see, we walk together, not walking behind him.
Yes.
The perception about being a woman or a wife is totally different because of the perceptions of where they're coming from. I meet people who say, "Oh, my mother doesn't talk when my father is talking. My this, my that." So you see, when you come from different environments, I came from a very loving home. I came from a home where divorce was a no-no. So you always try to make sure that it works and both of you can,
Coexist.
yes. And you see the advantage, like Nikki says, is one, the person that was marrying you knew that this is who you were. The man knew that you were an independent woman. So the bottom line here is, am I going to help her lift her up? Or am I going to
Absolutely.
bring her down? So the
Yes.
minute you want to bring an independent, hardworking woman down, then you people start to have fracas. So the thing here is that if any man comes this time around, even though when we're much younger, we thought, oh my God, we're all it. We're all that. So they will keep coming. And that's the thing about marriage. When you miss it,
Yes.
At certain stage.
let's be honest with
Honest.
ourselves. By
Yes,
the
at a
time you
certain
miss it, you know that it's going to be very, very difficult for you
Yeah,
to
true. That's
settle.
why-
Let's
that's why I tell
say
them-
the way it is.
That's why I tell
Yeah.
a lot of young
True,
people
true,
why
true.
you factor in money making, why you factor in a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Also factor in
Absolutely.
love and relationship.
Yes.
It's better when you're
And sacrifice.
Younger.
Yeah, sacrifice.
Sacrifice is very
No,
important.
there was something you said there. I when we were editing it, I had to highlight that 1.5 hours because I was thinking, what am I going to be gisting with somebody for 1.5 hours? That's a long talking
Actually,
time.
sometimes we used to talk for 3 hours.
Jesus.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Is
we
it
just
like-
talk about everything and nothing, and it's not like we run out of things to say.
You
It
don't start
doesn't get
talking about-
boring at any stage. We're just talking about different things, and it just flows. And
Like
that's how
you
you kind of
discuss
know.
how you fry tomatoes and onions
Yeah,
together.
like, oh God, this is what I had for dinner, and this is what I did today, and this is how work was, and blah blah blah. And this person pissed me off, and da 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 da. Like, okay, da 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 da. Oh, this is what I was doing at work, and it just flows.
Yeah.
And
You
know,
then
it
look at the
tells-
time; it's like 2 a.m. in the
Yes.
morning. I'm like, what? Because of the time difference. I'm like, oh my God, go to sleep, go to sleep. And we still talk like that every day till today.
Yeah.
Oh wow! It tells me that the need for communication
Very
in
important.
a relationship is
Very
important.
Very important.
Very
So it leaves me wondering, why do some people, husbands, wives, they hardly,
Communicate.
talk with their wives or their husbands as it is. Well, I'm going to be talking more about to the husbands because I'm a woman anyway. So it's natural for me to hit on the opposite. So, but then it's a two-way thing, really. Why do we, postpone communication? Why do we even need to schedule it in the first place? Sometimes the CEOs will send their secretaries
Yes,
to
to their
drop a
wives.
message to their wife. Is the CEO, is the wife marrying your secretary?
No, but guess what? Were they friends?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
there is need to form friendship.
See,
Yes.
and that's why we say
Yes.
when
They
you're
weren't friends.
courting, friendship. You see, like she said, she tells him everything.
We talk about everything.
Not the other one
my
and say,
goodness.
I'm very busy. Okay, you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah.
Can we talk about it tomorrow? And that's why I said, if I meet a guy and I cannot talk with a guy for 1 hour,
Absolutely.
I know there's a problem.
Absolutely. You're
Th-
right
I
about
know
that.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Or you find the need to hoard some information or some things around you,
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
minute you can't come clean on the table,
Then you
and
have
be
a problem.
accepted the way
Yes.
you are,
Because
that
guess what?
relationship is not
It's going to
meant
catch
be.
up with you.
Absolutely.
It's going to catch up with you.
You're right about
Because
that.
if you don't say, I always tell people that, okay, you have a guy who you dated his friend.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You dated his friend. And many people say,
Knowingly or unknowingly.
well, you
No,
didn't
no,
know
no,
they were
no.
friends.
I mean, you didn't know
So
they were
the
friends.
bottom
No,
line
no,
here
no.
is that now you're saying, and you guys meet and you say, hello. look, the typical me before would not tell him we had anything. So I'm going to tell you because that guy is going to tell him.
Of course, absolutely.
That guy is going to tell him.
Without a doubt.
And because you guys broke up, he's
Yeah.
going to tell him the bad things about you.
Of course.
So it's better for you, and that's what I always tell people.
To do it first.
You do it first.
Come
Tell
clean.
him first. Come clean. If he likes you, he's going to stay because what I
Absolutely.
always hear is what they don't know will not hurt you. But sorry, guess what? Hello. Times have changed. Seasons have changed. It's gonna catch up.
It's
with
going
you.
to catch up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Communication is very
key.
important, you know,
key.
in
It's key.
you know, picking up second chances in life. Of course, we can't reiterate it enough. You've already done all of that. But I also want to know, you know, like the things that you experienced in perhaps your first relationship. Sometimes they are buried in our brains. They begin to haunt us.
Yeah.
And we enter the relationship, we're open, we're okay as human beings. But because we came from a bad angle, it begins to form, you know, corners of suspicion. This man, this Kurukere move you're making. It's like, that's how it usually starts, you know. It makes you do a lot of funny things. Do you experience that? I see some women go to check their husband's phones because in their past relationship, they didn't check, and before they knew it was already too big. You know, would you say, okay, this is a fresh one, I'm not going to do that? Like you said, what I don't know don't hurt.
I think that we need to take each human being
Bam.
as they are and not use past experiences to
Agree.
judge new ones. Because
Agree.
once you start doing that,
Yeah.
it's already over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
So, and I mean, I've been divorced for over 20 years anyway before. So, you know, it's way too long for me to start thinking about, And I wasn't divorced because he was a nasty person or whatever. I just divorced because our paths were not aligning in terms of where we're going and what we wanted to do. And that was basically it, to be fair to him. So each person we meet, even friends, each of your friends are different.
Yeah.
You have to take
true.
each person as they are for who they are,
Yeah.
and not try and morph everybody together and say, okay. And that's the problem that the women have. You know, you meet a guy, all men are useless. All men are this. All men are cheaters. You can't say that. You can't do that. You can't, because already you've already kicked yourself in the foot and finished it before you even started.
Yes.
So
Agree.
take each individual
Dead
and
on
let them,
arrival.
and let them prove you
Yes.
wrong. You know, take this person as they are. You know, study the person, strike up a relationship or whatever with a person, whether it's a man or woman, whatever, and let them prove you wrong. Same thing with men. Oh, you know, all women are this, all
same.
women are that. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because that's not fair.
Yes.
So, you know, each person
Generalizing is
is an
never good.
individual. Yes. So, no, not at all.
Let me give you an instance of what she said. There was a guy that we went to school together, really nice guy and all that. But I noticed he has insecurity problems because he was a bit petite. And I realized that sometimes when I meet men who are a bit on the
Slim side.
on the brief side, and because I'm a bit on the
A big
you know,
girl.
plus size, and they start being authoritative,
Aggressive.
you know, aggressive and all that. But somehow he got married, and like I always say that if you want to meet anybody and you want to take anybody serious, if the person lives abroad, find your way to that place.
Of course.
I'm not one of those people. No, phone. Go there, go and see.
Did you not hear she?
Yeah,
she
that's what she
said.
said.
She actually visited.
Yes, because and I keep telling younger girls, see, what you see or what you hear might not be the real picture when you get there. And you know, when I
Absolutely.
got there,
My husband lives in Italy. My
That's
husband
it.
lives in America.
when I
And
got
you've never
there,
been there to see him before.
people wondered. At least yours was different because I think he paid the bill. I paid my bill.
No, he
you
paid.
paid
I
your
paid my
flight.
way.
You paid for your flight to America.
No, I didn't go to America.
Where was
I
he?
went to Germany.
Okay, he's in
But I went to
Germany.
the UK, then I now am rooted to Germany.
wow.
And when I was doing it, everybody just said, oh my God, the joy that I know. I said, no, I have to get off my comfort zone.
Yes, absolutely. Get out of your
You
comfort
see,
zone.
I got out of my
Yes.
comfort
Get out of your
zone.
comfort zone. Yes.
Because, well, I was much older. And I just felt that he was sweet, he was nice. I stayed on the phone with him 2-3 hours and all that. And I got there. When I got there, when I start to, you know, when you switch from English to Pidgin, Hey, Ekpa.
Hey, Bami, oh.
But you know what? I had to readjust. The guy will nag for the life of me. And you see, what was his problem? He was a sweet guy. But the problem with him, we took his baggage from his former marriage into our relationship. Everything was an issue. So you know what I did? I came there, I brought my food, so I was cooking, and I was just eating. I said, just eat till the day you are going. And you know, it was a stretch. That made me realize that, are you sure you can handle this guy? And you know, one day we sat together and he says, okay, are you going to stay in Germany? I said, no. I would rather go home, do my work, then we'll see how we can do it. It didn't work.
Because he came in with baggages.
It was the baggage. So guess what? Years after, he married somebody else, and the thing,
It didn't work
it
again.
didn't work again. So he now told me that, look, I think you're the only one that understands me.
You were just managing him.
You know, no, you see, that's what he said. But guess what? Every day he just goes, oh, are there no men chasing you? Stop telling me that you're not dating men. Stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing that.
Insecurity.
That's it. That's bingo. You see, so I keep
Insecurity.
telling people that even you yourself, you want to settle. You have gone below your standard. You have gone below the typical things that will not keep you in that thing because you want to settle. But the person you want to settle with is still going.
Pushing you into the ground.
So, my darling, one thing I just decided, is it worth it? If you've waited this long,
Might as well
why
wait.
just take anything that comes? You can still wait because guess what? Second chances will come.
True. Is there an age you get to you can no longer have relationships, whether male or female?
No, you see, the thing here is age is just a number for me.
Absolutely.
Age is just a number.
Absolutely.
Somebody asked me a question during my holiday and said, can I get married again? Can I get married? And I said, I don't think about it. And sometimes when you don't think about it, it works.
It happens.
Because one
Yes.
thing I have decided is that my peace, my
Paramount.
sanity is sacrosanct.
True.
So for me, I always say that a man has to look at me and love me for me being me. A man has to understand me. So the bottom line now is that we have to be friends.
Yes.
So when you're friends, you study the person. Likewise, I'm studying you, you're studying me. The thing I never used to think before was long distance. But guess what? I just realized that long distance works.
Long distance.
It does work.
Believe me.
She's a good
No,
example.
I have friends who,
Believe me.
you know, so the thing here is never put yourself in a box.
Yes.
Never ever
Absolutely.
put yourself in a box and say you can settle, it wouldn't work. If it didn't work before, it's not going to work again. And the thing here is that somebody asked me, so what age would I want? And I cracked a joke. I said, for my age, I would rather have like a 75, 80-year-old man.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
That's
That
Joy,
was...
you have way too much energy for a 75, 80-year-old guy. Poor guy would drop dead. I mean, like,
No, see, let me tell
80,
you.
okay, 70,
See,
75.
no, okay,
70.
see, I'm just being honest.
You're in your 50s.
I'll soon be hitting 60. See, let me tell you.
When you're busy dancing and jumping and whatever,
See,
you know,
but
poor
let me
guy's
tell
gonna
you,
be like,
when I'm dancing, the man is there, he's happy, he's laughing.
that's true, that's true,
You see, so you see, the thing here is
that's true.
companionship. I want a
Yes.
man that we can just
Companionship, yes.
laugh.
Yes.
Laugh about
That's
everything.
what's important.
And he's going to tell you, babe, so what happened today that you went out? How was work today? Who did you meet? A man that will give you attention.
True.
Just like how
Absolutely.
I will give him attention.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And I need you
Absolutely.
to comment on this. I still want to ask, you know, why are women reticent to go into a relationship for the second time?
I think that, you know, our culture has taught us that once you hit a certain age.
Yeah.
And you
Because,
have children.
yes, once you hit a certain age, even with or without
With or
children.
without, yeah.
Like once you're like, you hit like 35 already, parents are saying, oh my God, you're a doctor. You didn't marry. Hey, oh, it's late. So, that kind of thing. So already African women are feeling that after 30, it's already too late for them to get married.
Yeah.
By the time they're 40, it's like, oh God, this one, it's over. By the time you're 50, it's like, I beg, her time is up.
Yeah.
So I just noticed that there were so many successful women, accomplished, successful, beautiful women over 50, between 50 and 65, that aren't married. And I have actually a lot of friends like that. And you're wondering, okay, what is it? Why? But then I also realize that sometimes we're our own problem.
I agree.
Because I have friends who will say, we're almost 60, right?
Yeah.
Not too far.
Yeah.
And I have friends who will say, oh, if I meet a guy,
Why are you counting me out?
No, I beg, please. When we're talking, keep quiet.
I beg. Don't go there. You still be small girl. Don't go there. So anyway, so they'll be like, I need a man who has to be 6'2". He has to be a billionaire. He has to have a Rolls Royce. He has to live in a Koyi or Maitama. And I'm looking at them like,
hello.
that kind of thing.
I know.
And they're so unrealistic in their expectations. I can't do premium economy. I can't do economy.
Yeah.
I can only do business class.
Ma'am.
And I'm like, so for you to find somebody who's going to accommodate all these your wants,
It's a long run.
yes, you're being very unrealistic.
Yes, agree.
I just think generally that we should be open, mindset. We should have an open mindset
Yes.
and allow the air to, get through to you. Allow love to flow,
Yes.
through to you. Because truth is, when you have someone you genuinely love, you think love is not real. If you have someone you genuinely love and care about, a lot of those other things will just like, how they say, seek ye
No,
the
for
kingdom of
me,
God.
for
And
me,
every
love
other
is
thing,
overrated.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think love is overrated. There's so many things that have to come in
Yes, apart from the love.
apart from the love.
True.
You see, like I meet, like she said, like Nikki said, I meet some friends and say, economy.
Yeah.
That thing drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Economy. Okay, now, how much is the man earning? I'm not saying I want to give.
They're being unrealistic.
You
You're
see-
going to give the airlines
see,
all your money. You give the airlines
That's
$15,000
it.
a year.
I see. I'm sure. I always use myself as that guinea pig anytime I'm sitting here because I want to be realistic. All the songs that people
Yes.
sing, it's better to cry in a private jet than to be in a keke napep. See, I don't want to say it because it is better to cry in that keke napep because
the
that
private
private jet comes with a lot of baggage, and that's why so many people.
I don't want to read about it on social media.
No, and that's
There's
why.
so many we're reading.
Yes, now, and the thing here is that so many women my age have mental issues, and they really don't know this, that they have a problem. And I think we should try and go see a shrink and try and fix us back to that straight line. It's a big problem, and we're not talking about it, even though society is not being fair to us, especially those much older women, because everybody feels that because you didn't get married, you didn't settle down, then you're a failure.
All right.
No, we're baby girls. We're not much older. We're not
Yeah.
60 yet.
Yeah.
we're still baby girls.
We're baby girls.
No, I'm a soft girl.
we're baby
I'm
girls.
living the soft life.
Hey, we're baby girls.
Yes.
So,
All right, so talking about second chances in life, Nigerians spoke to us and we listened and it was good. But let's see if you share the same opinion with us here.
If I'm given a second chance, I think one thing that I would like to redo, or rather make a different choice about it. My choice of my course of study. Yes, as a very brilliant young man growing up, I had hopes that I would become a professional in my field, in a particular field. Well, unfortunately, with the way the country is, a lot of us had to accept what we were given in the university, not particularly what we were hoping to get or what we applied for. And unfortunately, too, I happened to be one of those people that had to accept what I was given, which was quite different from what I applied for. And I wasn't really satisfied, but in order not to waste time at home and get myself involved in things that I don't want to get myself involved in, I had to accept it and live with it.
A lot of things, but amongst them should be I married wrongly in my own language, I married wrongly. I would have, if I was given a second chance, I think it's something I wouldn't want to do. Basically, for a child I have.
If I'm given a second chance right now, I think in I would I would put more effort in building myself than instead of prioritizing, let's say, relationship or anything that has to do with I would have put that effort in building myself and becoming a better person instead of wasting my, should I said, early 20s in relationship. I would have used that time to build myself.
Definitely, there are so many things I would like to redo. The first and foremost is to redo the assignment that God Almighty has given me, to win more souls to the kingdom, and to be able to give hope to the hopeless, because I am an apostle of hope to this generation. So if I have a chance again, is to keep rekindling this hope, this faith, and the confidence in trusting God, because with God all things are possible.
If I'm opportune, if I'm given second chance, I think by now I will go for Islamic education, because presently I'm undergoing Western education now. So just to leave this my home country, move down to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Islamic education.
In everything in life, once you're given a second chance, you have to sit down, strategize, and know what to do, how to do, and when to do.
If I'm given a second chance, what would I want to redo in my life? I would want to go back to being a child, like a small baby, because adulthood na scam. Adulthood is a scam. Like it's really difficult being an adult. Really, really hard.
That's last respondent. She just nailed it for me. Because adulthood is scam. Seriously. Because I always look at my life growing up. It was so smooth. It was so nice. I didn't need to think about anything. Now I have to think about husband, think about children, think about work, think about relationship with my friends, think about my clothes. I didn't bother with those diseases. There was a mom to do it.
Yes.
If I had a chance, I'll go back to being a child.
Being a child,
Oh my
me too.
goodness.
Seriously.
Me
Oh
too.
boy.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are responding to today's conversation. I'm pretty glad about it. This person says, Basi from Insit Ibom. He says, good morning. 3 of you in the studio look absolutely good. Okay, thank you very much. I wish you the best of the year. And let's take more from the text messages. All right, this is Grandma Lee. It says, good morning, my distinguished presenter and her wonderful team. You are all doing great. If there is any program that makes me stay on NTA, it is your program. Because you're always
Conversations.
educating us. Thank you very much. And let's see what this person says. Okay, just says, hello, ma'am. I'm Charles, and I'm watching your show. It's very interesting. Thank you very much. Okay, and we'll take more messages, but let me touch a little bit of some things we need to say here before we finally round up. I'd like to know, for you, second chance has been real.
Yes.
But I know your business is big time. Permit me, if you want, if you, I'm not asking for permission really, it's just a way of expressing to myself. I want to be able to tell the viewers who you really are so that they get to
Okay.
understand my question, why I'm asking what I'm asking.
Okay.
Nikki is a creative entrepreneur, a business woman, and she's a creative director of Nikki Korean Couture, a luxury resort wear. And if you're looking at what she's wearing, you can know that she designed them, and also what I'm wearing, she also designed. Thank you very much.
Joy was left out.
She's also the former executive editor of Leadership La Vogue magazine. A lot of her styles you may have watched, and as the first child of a remarkable parent, she embodies leadership, discipline, and vision. And I know that at a point when Nigeria started to do patchwork, we all got it from you.
Yeah.
You know, and right as of today, you're still grooving with patchwork and other things. You know, when I took a look at this beautiful piece you gave me, I was amazed as to how you joined several pieces of materials and make up something really nice and cute. I can wear it to church. I can wear it to work. It really suits. But I'm asking, with all that you do, you're a very busy person. Marriage to the man you're now married, luckily it's been a while, has he helped to uplift you rather than stagnate you or even push you down?
You know, those are one of the things that I asked God for. I said, I want a man that will lift me up, that will push me. Because, you know, in as much as, you know, you're a businesswoman, you're creative, you're an entrepreneur, this and that, you know, sometimes as women, we tend to dim ourselves. Because sometimes, you know, if you have a larger than life personality, people feel like, she's just too much. You know, that kind of thing. So we tend to dim ourselves. So I said, God, I want a man that will propel me, that will push me, somebody I can lean on. You know, very important. He's been like me, I'm the strength, I'm the, you know, only God behind me. I'm the, you know, everything.
You are the bull.
Exactly, the bull.
The bull.
You know, so, and God gave me that. When I said I asked God for a shopping list, I was very, very specific about the qualities I wanted in a man. And God gave me that because, you know, without me, I mean, it's even embarrassing. Without me even doing anything, you know, we're anywhere. Oh, yeah, this is my wife's last fashion show. Oh, you know, check out her site. Check her out on Instagram. Oh, make sure you order something from her. Your stuff will look really good on her. And I'm like, oops. You know, I mean, he's fantastic.
So wherever you
You
go,
know,
he goes with you.
If I'm doing pop-ups, if I go for African Fashion Week Toronto, if I go anywhere, he's right behind me. You know, we're together
very
doing everything.
supportive.
Yes, extremely supportive. So I thank God for that because it doesn't matter how strong you are, you still need a support system.
Agree.
Because, you know, even you get weary, you're like, you know, people see you like, but sometimes you're like, oh God, I'm so tired.
I know.
So you need that support system, and he's been amazing. So it's made the transition very seamless. So, you know, I'm not stressed as I should be.
Yeah.
Okay,
know,
that's good.
absolutely.
One more, there's so many of them, but I'll try to take as much as I can. Good morning, ladies. I'm particularly pleased with the topic of today. My take here is, with or without the second chance, every man or woman should be independent, loving, and very happy, irrespective of what society thinks. However, second chances would be nice if both of you are understanding. Thank you all for the discussion. I'm proud of you all. We're proud of you too. Ngozi, it says, congratulations to that made second chance. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I should say congratulations to you. It's an old second chance. It's a very old.
I'm a baby girl for life. I forget it, girl.
Right. Joy Baby is always fantastic in her presentation. I love you, darling. Come, are you man or woman?
I love you too. I don't know who it is, but I love you too.
Okay. I'm not going to call his name. His name is here.
Oh, he's a he.
He's a he.
Okay.
Is he 70?
Wow.
Oh my God.
He says, God bless you. Honestly, the program is top notch. How I wish I have your private number. You never talk with you, they fine. All right, I will not call your name. And another person says, good morning, Ebube from Enugu. I love your conversation. Thank you so much, Ebube. Let's check our WhatsApp and see all that has been written. Good morning. My name is Peter from Umuahia. Your conversation has been so interesting, except for the part I heard adulthood na scam. Excuse you. Excuse you. In my opinion, that is misleading. Misleading to a generation growing up to believe that adulthood is not scam. Whoever thinks so probably never prepared for it. So when we ring it into the ears of a mammoth youth population, as we have in Nigeria, we prepare for them for them to be responsible. All right, I guess I get where you're going to, but I don't know where you're coming from, but that's not exactly what we meant. You know, I think it's high time when men should be taught mental health challenges women go through. Women actions are determined by the state of a woman's mental state at any point in time. Chooks honor. I'm glad particularly because this is a man.
Yeah,
Chooks.
no,
Chooks
it's
is a
men that
man's
are
name.
responding because
You know,
I think he knows.
it's important because the other day we talked about menopause and the moments of things that we go through. Our men will now start thinking that a lot of things we have changed. My husband has changed. My wife has changed, and blah blah blah. It's a question of understanding. Nigerian men don't go to clinics with their wives. I wish they can do that. We have a better family. Hello, good morning, ladies. 3 of you are amazing, and I will be happy to watch you guys again and again. This is Engineer Isaac from Enugu. Enugu people, I get like this.
That's true.
But I appreciate that. Good morning. My name is Dixon. I am from Omoku, River State. My phone number is, I love the black gorgeous lady. Please, I need a second chance to meet with her. Is okay?
Well, but okay, you're married.
Okay.
So you must be talking to me then.
Okay. In fact, I will read again. Director, I will not, let me just have conversation because all these toasting online, I don't understand you.
He's looking for a second chance.
All right. So on a very passing, I am not even going to ask. I'll just read one more. It says, I've never had so enjoyable a discussion. Your discussion are so interesting. Thank you very much. You didn't write your name, but we appreciate that. And my colleague, Blessing, says, a beautiful one from Nikki Kirian. The package we had on you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, I want to have last words. I need you to encourage our women who are going there, because it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. You took a long route. 20 years after, you went back again. Anybody would have said, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I need that encouragement.
I think that, what we say in our hearts and our spirits to God is also very important because, like I said, some people say, oh, I'm successful, I have everything and I don't need a man, blah, 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 already. So you've counted yourself out. And they might not mean it inside, but they've already said it. So that already is a problem. So I think we have to be realistic in terms of, but I always tell people, when people say, oh, all the men are they're crap, they're rubbish. I'm like, no, that's not true. There's some really nice men. You just haven't met them.
True.
So I think we need to ask God very specifically for what we want. That's number one. And I think as women, we need to be realistic about our expectations because, we're strong women, we're successful women, and a lot of times women put too much weight on other people. We have to be very realistic in terms of what we want, where we're going, where we're going to end up, what we're asking for, what our needs are, and at this point, how much life do we have left? The things that are important, we're not talking about superficial, ridiculous things. What is really important in life?
Okay.
That's what we should be going after. And how a person treats you, makes you feel. Takes care of you. That's what's important.
It's important.
Not if he has a Rolls Royce or whatever.
For women who have children, a lot of times they allow the children be a divide between them and their spouse, their husband. And I tell you, those children are going to grow and go away. Please don't, kill your relationship because you have a child.
I agree with you.
If you used to go dancing with your husband,
yes,
while the children are there, for me, I watched my parents. They did a lot of. The other day, I sent Mbila Bell to a friend of mine, and I said my parents used to dance this with a bottle of brandy, and they will dance, and we watched and laughed, And then when my mother didn't feel like it, one of us would just volunteer and do the waltz.
Keep the
with
romance
my father.
alive.
Yes, they kept it alive, even
Keep the
as
romance
old
alive.
as I was. I was married and I could still see them try to do, their thing. So don't ever think that because you now have children, automatically responsibility has shifted.
Yes.
And then when you have finished
Absolutely.
killing it, those children will go and leave you. You now
you.
start asking God for second chance.
Yes.
The man has found second chance outside.
No, he's gone. You see, the thing that I hear all the time when you meet a man is, I don't know why they start with that. What do you bring to the table?
What you bring to the table?
What do you bring? What are you bringing
The
to
man
the
or
table?
the woman?
They ask the woman.
What do you bring to the
Yeah,
table?
I want.
I am
That's a
the
new
table
thing,
now.
right?
See, I see. I think the way things are done.
I am the
when you
table. I'm not
start
bringing any other
when
thing
you
now.
start to
I don't
date,
understand.
when you start to date a woman, you guys will start to talk.
Yes.
Before you came, she was an independent woman.
Yes.
So she has something
Yeah. So offer.
to offer. So
Definitely.
I'm begging men, please. It's getting too much. What are you bringing to the
See,
table?
I am the table,
never
and
heard that
I bring a
before.
lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard it, but
I
nobody's
bring
ever
a
asked
lot.
me that before.
Yeah.
I bring a lot to the table.
it's
But
I
I
am
know all the
bringing,
time on
I'm
TV,
bringing
you
my,
know.
my womb to make babies for you. I'm bringing my expertise in the kitchen. I'm bringing a whole lot of
No,
things.
you shouldn't
That
ask.
is
No, you
that.
shouldn't
That's
ask.
my
You see,
table.
and that's what I'm saying. When you meet a man, and the first thing you go out and he's saying, "What are you bringing to the table?" It's already, you see,
No.
that
Yeah.
foundation already
Yes.
is, because you don't know whether it's
All right.
what you have the man wants to come and grab.
It's
Oh,
okay.
check this out. And another thing I just thought about, I think as women we limit ourselves because you're like, okay, I'm Yoruba, I gotta marry a Yoruba guy. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Igbo, you
Yeah,
have to marry him
tribe
from here.
and
This and that. He has to be black, he has to be white, he has to be this, he has to be that. I think we should, be a little bit relaxed about what and where we're going in terms of, just let God take control.
That was what I said earlier. Okay, our time is almost up, and let me see if I can take a little bit more messages. I enjoyed this program. Just got on it by chance. Okay, that's your second chance. The discussion was quite interesting. You beautiful women made my day. Thank you. Said everything as it is. Regards, Gabby from Lagos. Gabby, thank you very much. Let's see. My name is Taiwo from Abuja. If I have to do anything, if given a second chance, is not to meet certain people in my life that I've met.
I want to talk about that, friends.
Good morning. I enjoyed
I
your
know.
program. I am Bami Samuel. If I have been given second chance, I'd like to become a child so that I will rewrite the wrongs that I made. Okay. My director is on my matter. Francis is okay now. You said it's okay. I roll your end credits.
Oh, God. Bye.